Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here on Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. All right, so what we are going to talk about today, and before I get to that, like I do in all my videos, if you want a one-on-one session, you can email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com, or you can send me a text message at 647-406-3057 and just let me know if you want to call. That is, just text me from that same number and just let me know that you want to talk about your narcissistic relationship, and I'd be more than happy to help you if you're trying to figure out whether the person you're dealing with is a narcissist, or you just have questions you want to ask me. You can also drop it in the comments below, or if you just want to be personal, I'd be more than happy to help you out if you just want to send me a text. So, what we are going to talk about today, the title of my video today is going to be After You've Done All That You Can. Now, for those of you who are religious, those of you who are Christians and whatnot, you've probably heard this in a song, and it's actually my favorite gospel song, my favorite Christian song. What is called Stand by Donnie McClurkin. Now, in that song, it says, After you've done all you can. And I'm going to talk about that in relation to the narcissistic relationship, the narcissistic marriage, if you were married to them. So, during the course of your relationship or marriage with the narcissist, it's going to be a difficult time for you, especially if you really are or were in love with the narcissist. If they discarded you, there's going to be times where you're going to feel like giving up. There's going to be times where you're going to realize who, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos, who's in your circle. I think it was in my video called Separating the Wheat from the Chaff. Who you're going to figure out really quickly who's in your circle and who was there for you and who is not there for you and who's taking sides with the narcissist. Keep in mind, guys, when you were in the relationship with the narcissist was smear campaigning you from the beginning of time because they were watching you from afar and they knew that they were going to destroy your life one way or another. And so what they were doing behind your back, if you're very new to this video, thank you for coming, was they were actually telling flat out lies about you to people whom you guys knew together, to their family, of course, and to your family as well. They were spreading flat out lies about you, and they were making up stories about you to your family, and most of the people in your family believed what the narcissist was saying. And the sad thing about it is that you were nowhere around to defend yourself, because the narcissist has done this to not just you, but they've done it to billions. And I mean, and I don't say this number lightly, billions of people all around the world. But the fact is, you just didn't know that somebody could do this to somebody. And so when the relationship ends, when the marriage ends, when they discard you, you are going to have to really, really, really take some time, especially if you really love them. It's going to be a very challenging time. I can assure you that, because you're going to have to figure out who is in your circle. You're going to have to figure out, come to terms with the fact that the person who claimed that they loved you wanted to destroy your life. And again, I don't say that lightly. They truly did wish that you were dead. They wanted to kill you. That's the narcissist's end goal. They want to kill as many people as they possibly can. And so hence why I said in this video, my title is After You've Done All You Can, is because, after you've been through all that heartache, after you've been through all the challenges, after you've had to have those sleepless nights, after you've experiencing manipulation, gaslighting, the smear campaign, triangulation, after you've experienced object constancy, after you've experienced intentional arguments for many years, after you've experienced all these things, you're going to have to remain stoic. And what is stoic? What is stoicism? Stoic means that you are going to have to control the things that only you have control over. Did you have control over the narcissist doing all those things to you? No, you didn't. You absolutely didn't have any control over that because for two reasons. One, you didn't know what narcissism was. You didn't know that somebody could be destroying your life behind the scenes on purpose, all the while sitting back and watching your life fall apart at the seams. You don't have any control over that. But what you do, and then the second thing is that you also didn't know that narcissism existed. You just thought that a narcissist was somebody when you heard about the Greek philosopher Narcissus. He was someone who stared in a pond for too long, and as he stared in the pond, he was addicted to himself to the point where he didn't eat, he didn't sleep, he didn't do anything. He just stared at himself and died because he didn't eat or he didn't drink, and he just died. He fell into the pond and he died. So that's what you thought it was. You didn't realize that narcissists are people who are walking around the planet, who are all around us right now, who were plotting to destroy your life from the get-go. You didn't know this. And so it's unfortunate. But what you're going to have to do is remain stoic. You're going to have to stand, like the song says, stand. And you're going to have to stand, and you're going to have to remain stoic and calm and centered and only control the things you can control. The only thing that you can control in this instance is how you react to the narcissist. Now, I wanted to put something in here because I also made a video on reactive abuse. You should watch that as well. The narcissists, they were doing what is called reactive abuse to you, meaning that during the course of the time you knew the narcissist, and just for the people that are brand new to this channel, again, thank you for joining me. Reactive abuse, the narcissist can be anyone, like literally anyone. It can be your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your sibling, your colleague, your cousin. It can be your uncle, your grandparents. It can be your boss. It can be somebody you've known for years. It can be someone in a religious organization if you go to church. It can be somebody at the store, like a cashier. It can be your next door. Listen, narcissists are everywhere. You cannot hide from these people. These people are of reprobate minds. They're of the devil's camp. And the devil plays the same playbook on everybody. So same with the narcissist. The narcissist plays the same playbook on everyone. And so what I'm trying to get at here is that the narcissist will do reactive abuse. And what that looks like is that they're going to provoke you to the point where you are going to snap and you are going to get angry. And then the narcissist is going to say, "What's wrong with you? I didn't do anything wrong." And they may even laugh at you and say, "Hi, I knew you weren't that." And then you're scratching your head like, "What the heck is wrong with this?" They're doing what is called reactive abuse. And unfortunately, this happens a lot more than you think to everybody. I think it's happened to everyone because we all grew up in, most of us grew up in families, I'm sure, where we had that one sibling who would tease us to the point where we got angry and pissed off. That's what reactive abuse is essentially. And so what you're going to have to also do, because post-narcissistic relationship marriage, I can assure you that the narcissist is going to continue to do things to reactively abuse you. For example, if you are married to the narcissist and you had kids, the narcissist is going to drag out the divorce process as long as they can. And they do this because they want to see how you are going to react. They want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to want them. They want you to come and reach out to them so that they can abuse you more. See, when you're dealing with a narcissist, there's no winning. You're not gonna win. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Okay? If they discard you, they're still gonna bother you and they're still going to try and get something out of you if they discard you. If you reverse discard and you leave the situation yourself, then they're still going to abuse you. They're still going to bother you. They're still going to try to get the authorities involved. They're still going to try and sue. They're gonna do a bunch of other things. You never win with the narcissist. The only way that you win with the narcissist, after you've done all you can, the only way that you will win with the narcissist is by not giving them any supply, not giving them any energy, shutting them out completely, showing them indifference, showing them that they cannot get to you. That is by blocking them. That's by going no contact. I made a video about go no contact. You should watch that. That's by gray rocking if you have children with them and not giving them any information, because I can assure you that if you had kids with them, they're going to try and push. Some narcissists, they'll push you to try and get a reaction out of you, to get you to react, so that they can pit the kids against you, and then they can show the kids, yeah, see, he or she, look at her, look at him, look at him, look at her. They have problems. They're crazy. And then now you as the victim, you're like, what the? And now before you know it, the kids are turned against you now. And now they like the narcissist, and the narcissist is going to parental alienate you from seeing your kids. Or from seeing the grandkids. See, there's no winning with the narcissist, right? So like I said, with reactive abuse, you're gonna have to control what you can control, right? And if they're trying to get a reaction out of you, do not, and I mean do not, give them a reaction. And don't go and seek revenge. Especially if you expose the narcissist, don't go and seek revenge. Do not do that. It's not wise. It's not a good idea. Why? Because if you, let's say that you exposed the narcissist, okay? And I made and I spoke about this in one of my videos, okay? If you expose the narcissist, which I mean, like I said, everybody to each his own. If you feel you're strong enough and you feel like you know what you're doing, I say go ahead and expose them, but just know that no good deed goes unpunished, and know that the narcissist, they're gonna want something from you, depending on the narcissist, right? Because all narcissists, they don't just let things go. They like to give things time if they can, and then they'll come back into your life at some point later on to try and destroy you, or do what's called a Hoover. If this is your first time watching, Hoover is when the narcissist is checking on you, keeping tabs on you to see, one, if you healed, or two, if they can come back in your life for another round of abuse, or third, if you figured out that they're actually a narcissist. Now, I know I've been talking about a little bit much in this video, but it's true, and it's important that you understand this, okay? That after you've done all you can, you just have to control the variables that you can control, okay? And if they're abusing you, if they're reactive abusing you, you have to stay stoic. Don't give them a reaction. Don't respond to them. So if you're going through the court system, gray rock, just be dull and boring. Just say yes and give short answers. Don't show the narcissist any of your emotions, because the minute you do that, the narcissist is going to know that they still have control over you. And remember what I said in my video yesterday about chaos, confusion, and control. Once the narcissist can cause chaos and they can confuse you, it makes them easier to control you. I'm going to say that again because it's really important that everybody watching my videos gets this. If the narcissist causes chaos and confusion in your life, then they know, and it's easier for them to control you. So make sure that when you're dealing with the narcissist, that you stay stoic. Do not give them any emotions. Just be dull. Just be boring. I know it sucks to have to deal with them, and I know it sucks the fact that you have kids with them, and now your life is completely destroyed, because more than likely you're going to be tethered to these people for the rest of your life. Or depending on what happens when the kids turn 18 or something. But most of the time you're going to be tethered to them for life, because both parents should have access to both of their kids. But the narcissist, they're going to counterparent everything that you do, right? You're going to be most likely the good parent, and the narcissist is going to act like parent of the year when they're farther from that. They're not the parent of the year. They're nothing but a psychopath that's trying to destroy the kid. They're also going to eventually destroy the kids' lives, and the kids are hopefully, when they get of age, like in their 20s and 30s, they're going to wake up and realize that their parent is an evil parent, and that parent has been destroying the other parent's life. They're going to see all this, and there's going to come a day, not at the hands of us human beings, but there's going to come a day where the narcissist is going to have to give account for everything that they did. And it's not going to be a fun day for them. They're going to experience a narcissistic collapse, and they're going to become the aging narcissist, which is not a pretty sight to see. It's not pretty to see these people age, because these people become more entitled, and they think that everybody is against them, and they're going to experience a narcissistic collapse where the world falls apart on them, and nobody wants anything to do with them, not even their kids, their siblings, their spouses. Nobody wants anything to do with them, and then they're going to be deserted on an island where they don't have anybody or anything. It's just them in their mind, that they have to live in their minds, and they have to deal with all the abuse that they dished out to people over the years. It's not a pretty sight. So guys, what I'm saying, so get this. So just remember this, guys. After you've done all you can, just stay stoic and gray rock. Stay stoic and gray rock. Control the things that only you can control, and gray rock. Become dull and boring. Don't give the narcissist any of your emotions. If they try to get at you and abuse you and threaten you, this should be a light bulb moment in your mind that at this point you need to block them. Block them, get away from them as far as you can. and only communicate with them. See if you can arrange it so that through the court system that that you speak to them only through your lawyer, that your lawyer or whomever you're involved with them, that you and your lawyer create a way for them to communicate through the lawyer, so that you don't have to communicate with them. Now, I didn't have kids with my ex narcissist wife. Luckily, I didn't. So I'm safe. But for the people who had kids, it's unfortunate, because these are all the steps and all the things that you're gonna have to do with these people. So yeah, guys, I hope that this video helped you out. Like I said, if you drop comments below if you can relate to me, and I want you to subscribe to this video. Also, send this video to anybody who you think could be dealing with this. Send them my contact information. I'd be more than happy to help anybody who's dealing with this, give you my tips and give you my tricks and things like that. I don't, and I'd be more than happy to help you. Like I said, email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com, or you can send me a message at 647-406-3057. I'd be more than happy to set up a session with you. I'm more than happy to talk with you and help you out. And yeah, I hope this video helped you out. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you on the next video.